morning and welcome back to Wavra Farms. I'm standing out in our garden area today and I wanted to compare the Rose of Sharon Hibiscus to the Summerific, or what we call the dinner plate hibiscus, and talk about some of the pros and the cons and the differences between the two. So, the first difference obviously is flower size. The perennial hibiscus has a huge flower where the Rose of Sharon's have a smaller flower. The next difference is in the winter time, the canes are bare on both of them. However, I'm going to cut the perennial hibiscus all the way back down to the ground in June, or when I get the new growth buds. So this one here, you can see the little nub ends from last year, and it grows on new stalks. So this one I leave standing in the winter time, and we're here in Salem, Oregon. They're both hardy, zones 4 to 9 on this one, and I'm almost sure this is about the same, 5 to 9. So they're about the same zones. This one here, everything dies off. I wait till I get little nubs coming up the end of May, June, and then I cut the old canes out. But I have to leave the canes standing in the winter so we don't have water running down inside the canes. This one here, no pruning needed. The foliage is going to die off. It's going to be bare stems in the wintertime. No care needed. Both of these plants will take full sun to part shade. They really both like the heat. Like I said, hibiscus, they like it sunny, but they will take part sun. So they still need at least a good 6 to 8 hours of light in order to put on such fantastic colors. Another fact, this one, the perennial hibiscus, tends to take more water. You can run it on the drier side, but it's just not going to be in its full glory. It's not going to give you as many buds. It's not going to give you as much branching. It really likes to be in a spot that you can keep a little bit damper or keep watered on a regular basis. This is also one that can sit along the edge of a pond and do quite well. The Rose of Sharon, on the other hand, will go dry. I have this one tucked right up next to my house, kind of underneath an eave. It doesn't get a whole lot of water, and yet it does really well. So the Rose of Sharon is something that you could put out farther in a drier spot where you really don't get it watered all the time. Obviously, you are going to need to get it watered to get it established, but after that, it is pretty good. The Rose of Sharon, you can prune back as well because it does bloom on new wood. But otherwise, depending on the space you have, whether it be something in full sun that has a little more moisture, or a dry spot that you don't hardly ever water, either of these hibiscuses would work in any of your landscapes. Just like this larger one, and even Andrew was commenting before we started filming, that this big fluff ball here, he wanted to know what that was. Those are yesterday's blooms. We're early morning, so they will shrivel up throughout the day and they will fall off. This is our new large bloom that's opening for today, and then I still have a couple more that will either open later today or tomorrow morning. So that's what we have going on with that. Just like the Rose of Sharon's, we have new ones opening today, and then older ones, I can spin it like so, that are from yesterday and just falling off. But both of these varieties, whether it be the Rose of Sharon shrubby hibiscus or the dinner plate perennial hibiscus, will add a touch of beauty and lots of color to your landscape. Thanks so much for watching, and happy gardening.